What if your dreams aren't private? What if your thoughts can move things? And what if a water bottle can feel your rage? Welcome to the science experiments that made even scientists say, wait, that's kinda spooky. Here's how it goes. You're lying back with half a ping pong ball taped to each eye, bathed in pink light, white noise blasting in your ears. No input, just static and silence. In the next room, someone is staring at an image, let's say an elephant in a swimming pool. They're focusing hard, mentally screaming, elephant, pool, splash. After 10 minutes, you start talking. I'm seeing it's an elephant. It's in water. Weird? Sure. But they ran this test on dozens of people, and way too many got it right. Not vague, something round guesses. I'm talking shockingly specific stuff. Turns out when the senses shut up, the brain might start listening to other people's noise. Maybe we do have a sixth sense, just one that sucks at getting a signal when TikTok's still open in the background. You're not psychic. You're just running public Wi-Fi with zero encryption. Here's how it goes. You're on Tinder. 2 profiles pop up. One smiles like they own a kombucha startup. The other looks like they alphabetize their vitamins. You squint, pause, and your gut says, left. You click the boom. She's into Nietzsche, Pilates, and brings her own desk to the gym. You smirk. I just knew it. But did you? That's what psychologist Daryl Bem wanted to find out. Can your brain predict the future before your conscious mind catches up? Here's the test. 2 identical doors, you pick one. Then the system randomly puts a sexy image behind one of them. In theory, guessing right is pure luck. But guess what? Participants got it right 53% of the time. Statistically tiny, but scientifically weirdly consistent. Enough to make physicists go, we don't talk about this at conferences. No hypnosis, no mind reading, just a hunch that somehow beats randomness. You're not impulsive? You're just a softcore oracle with anxiety. You're not making decisions. You're buffering premonitions like a glitchy Netflix show from 2037. Let's set the scene. You're in London, your ex is in LA, you haven't spoken in 6 months. Last night you dreamed he was sobbing in a parking lot, holding a balloon shaped like a purple octopus. Weird, right? You wake up, laugh it off, and then he texts you. I had the weirdest dream. You showed up with this giant purple octopus on your arm, like as a tattoo? Excuse me, you hadn't even posted anything about octopuses, not even sushi lately. Yet your subconscious just sent him a nightmare telegram. That's what dream telepathy experiments tried to test. Here's what they did. The sender stays awake staring at a wild image, say a dancing astronaut, a lizard in a wedding dress, or yes, a purple octopus. Meanwhile, the receiver sleeps in a separate room. At key REM stages, researchers wake the dreamer gently. Hey, what were you dreaming just now? Sometimes random gibberish, but often they say things like, there was this octopus in a dress. I was floating in space, but my arms were frogs. Now, if that's not some subconscious Wi-Fi signal, what is? Dreams might not be private screenings. They might be late-night Bluetooths for the emotionally entangled. If someone shows up in your dream riding a platypus in a tutu, text them. They might have had the same ride. Let's say this happened. You yell at your kettle. This stupid thing burnt my water again. The next day, your coffee tastes like it came from a public restroom in a dystopia. Coincidence? Or did your water feel that? Turns out, maybe yes. In Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments, researchers spoke to different jars of water. Some were whispered sweet nothings like, I love you, you're beautiful, you complete my hydration. Others got the toxic boyfriend treatment. You're disgusting, I hate you, you're literally pond scum. Then they froze the water and looked at the ice crystals under a microscope. The result? The loved water formed delicate snowflake-like crystals. The hated ones looked like broken windows from a zombie movie. They even tried music. Mozart made elegant shape, heavy metal made chaos, and yes, someone probably tried Nickelback. Words carry energy, and water just quietly records it, flake by flake. You're 70% water, so next time you call yourself ugly in the mirror, just know your spleen is taking notes. Ever stared at a vending machine and willed it to give you the Coke you didn't pick, and then it did. You didn't hit the wrong button, you just went full Jedi. Welcome to the world of micro-PK, short for micro-psychokinesis. It's like telekinesis, but for shy introverts and nerds with Excel. The experiment's simple. Take a random number generator, like an electronic dice machine, then stare at it real hard. Whisper, give me a 7. Don't blink, don't breathe, think harder. Now repeat this tens of thousands of times. Science is nothing if not persistent boredom. The result? The numbers shifted. Not by much, like 1 in 10,000, but it happened, repeatedly. And that teeny tiny barely there bump, it drove every statistician into an existential crisis. You probably can't lift cars with your mind, but you might be nudging electrons slightly off course. Maybe the universe doesn't run on buttons. Maybe it runs on vibes, which explains why your microwave only dings when you stop looking. You're in a quantum lab. An electron is flying toward a screen you're not watching. It acts like a wave. You look directly at it. Suddenly it's like, I'm just a normal particle, sir. Congrats. You've just met the most emotionally unstable object in the universe. Welcome to the double-slit experiment, where physics takes a sharp turn into psychology. Here's how it works. When no one's observing, electrons behave like waves, blending, bending, interfering like mellow stoners at a Pink Floyd concert. But the moment someone watches, they collapse into particles, like a guilty kid caught stealing cookies, even weirder. Researchers tried just thinking about the detector, and the electrons still snap to attention, like they could feel our brainwaves wagging a finger at them. The more we observe, the more the universe plays along. It's like reality's auditioning for us. You're not just watching the world, you're co-writing the script by how you watch it. Reality isn't what exists, it's what agrees to exist because you looked at it the right way. Nina Kulagina wasn't in Harry Potter. She didn't wear a cape, but Soviet scientists claimed she could move things with her mind. Sounds fake? That's what the KGB thought too, until they filmed her. In the 1960s, inside a magnetically shielded lab, Nina sat still, focused her eyes. And the compass needle turned, metal rings rolled, objects slid across the table, water rippled, and a clock stopped. No strings, no wires, just a woman, a stare, and an entire Soviet research team going, wait, did she just do that? They repeated the tests, shot videos, moved her into Faraday cages. She still did it. Sure, skeptics screamed hoax, but no one ever proved how she faked it. And honestly, if she could fake that well, she still deserves a Netflix special. Maybe telekinesis isn't science fiction. Maybe it's just an underfunded science project. Why lift a finger when you can glare the spoon into bending itself? Yes, that happened. A scientist whispered, "Hey, what's 3 + 2?" The guy was asleep. But in his dream, he rolled his eyes and answered, 5. And no, that's not just a dream anecdote. They recorded it. This was a real study. Researchers tracked lucid dreamers using eye movement signals. In the dream, someone claps. Outside, you count. Someone asks a math problem. You answer from inside the dream. Jaw twitches, eye signals. It was like Morse code from another dimension. And it worked. People inside their dreams responded to real-time questions. Across labs, across cultures. Let that sink in. Dreams are no longer private cinemas. They're more like Zoom calls with your subconscious. You don't need therapy, just schedule a meeting inside your dream. Reality's too messy. Just go to sleep. We'll talk in your dreams. No receipts, no awkward pauses. September 11th, 2001. Planes hit, towers fall, and somewhere across the globe, a machine twitching out random numbers just stopped being random. This is not science fiction, this is the Global Consciousness Project. Across the world, dozens of RNGs, random number generators, hum quietly 24/7. Their job? Spit out chaotic numbers like electronic coin flips. But when the world feels something huge, Princess Diana's death, earthquakes, suddenly these machines get weirdly synced. They stop behaving like dice. They start behaving like they're holding their breath. Statistically, they should stay random. Emotionally, they're glitching in empathy. Maybe your gut feeling wasn't just you. Maybe the whole planet sighed at once. You're not crazy, you're just plugged into Earth's group chat. So, what did we really learn? That thoughts might ripple through machines, that water might care how you speak, that dreams might not be yours alone. Maybe reality isn't broken. Maybe it's just deeper than we thought. If these stories bent your brain a little, don't forget to like, follow and share. The weird world is real, and we're just getting started.